with you?
Fuck them brownies. I ain't eating another brownie.
You're not having so then I
I'll
mean
go. I'll go grab my brownies. I will go grab my brownies. Okay, yo, hold on, yo. What's popping? Welcome to Potheads episode two. You made it to episode two. It's the neighborhood hope dealer, Leanne, and New Age job. Say what's popping, job.
hey, what up everyone? We're definitely happy to be here for sure.
Yeah, we definitely happy to be in this bitch today. So today's episode is about brownies and benefits. Brownies and benefits. So we're gonna go on a wonderful adventure today. But one of the things we do here is we play games. Like it's what's the fucking pothead show without a pothead game? So I'm gonna give you the rules for tonight's game. All right. So I see you don't have your glasses on today, John, but that's okay because if I know you, this will still work. So anytime you see myself or Ja touch our hair or our glasses, you take a hit of the blunt, hold it for 30 seconds, or you take a shot or you drink a glass of water. So with that being said, as a reminder, hair, or glasses, hit the blunt or drink.
Oh wait. But
I
that's like something I do a lot.
know.
I didn't even mean that, but y'all saw that, right?
So what I wanted to do, Ja, is I want to dub you the game master for Pothead. So you've now you see how we do whenever we start the show, we have a game. So now you are in charge of all of the games. Every time we come on. So I don't know what the games will be, but you'll be our game master, okay?
Okay. You know what? No, no. Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What's popping? Always dreaming. I'm baked like a cake. We hope you guys got all of your motherfucking munchies, blunts, lighters, all of that shit. Tap in with us because it's gonna be a good show. Let's go. What's popping, Anita?
Hi. Hi. So, let's talk about it though for a minute because
Okay.
I was just thinking, I'm like, wow, how is like I think about it, I'm like, Leanne is really in a very creative field. Like the work that you do requires your ingenuity, your imagination, your enthusiasm. You are naturally in this like make something out of nothing mode. That's basically what your job is, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's like make me something out of nothing, please.
I call it the Barney bag. Let me see what we can make today. That come
And
from being poor. Like when you ain't had nothing, you got to know how to make nothing out of something.
right, but there's a thing when you're fucking cracking an egg in ramen noodles versus like actually like making like fun games, for example, because this is not a struggle. This is a creative endeavor, a creative position that advances you forward constantly by making you or forcing your fire to stay awake and to
Okay.
stay aware and on its toes.
And so I'm stoned, but let's light up. I want to talk. I feel like I can talk to you about this. So I have, and it's interesting. So I've been in a creative funk, Ja.
Hmm.
I don't know why I've been trying to
Oh wait, but I have.
ah.
Do you
your
like
brother,
that?
your
Look,
brother looks so good. It makes me want to come. Just food
I put
gas.
a lot of walnuts in it. I'm gonna show up close if anyone can see. So I haven't had a piece yet because they literally just finished getting out of the oven like a half hour ago.
Okay. So eat your brownie
Oh,
and let's talk.
okay. So you have been dealing with a creative block.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like so even today I was just sitting, just trying to figure out how to approach today's like you know how I am, especially with setting an agenda and things like that. Like what topics I want to talk about or how to organize it or what would be a creative or a fun topic. And I've really been in a creative block. So I was able to, so I was sitting on the couch and it came to me, and I had my pen and my paper, but like I have something else that I'm working on and I can't and I can't for the life of me figure out how to organize it, how to present it, how to make it my own. partially because it's in a corporate environment. So I'm trying to figure out how to razzle dazzle these corporate hoes, not a razzle dazzle these corporate hoes.
You have a timeline or a deadline?
So my first meeting for this is October 7th.
Okay. So it's like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. So next week I told myself I'm going to try to go out. So whenever I get in a creative block, most times I just go out to the lake.
Well, what happens is exactly what's going on right now at this moment with this Pisces full moon. It's kind of like ironic. So I was like, wow, we lined up this podcast on a Pisces full moon, and we didn't even mean to do that. Like that wasn't even intended. But just like anything else, I don't think that I don't believe that that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you tapped into my reels from earlier about the Pisces full moon. You have to go take a listen, because I think there's specifically for you at this point, now that you've alerted me. But this Pisces full moon is completely about surrendering to the divine in particular. He basically is asking you to give him one or two things. Give me one, give me two. If you let me, I definitely take three, but I won't push you. This is, I'm not even gonna take you there. So can you at least give me this first one? And I'm like, okay, wow. You're actually coming to me and telling me, because this whole time we've been getting these notions to surrender or to give to God, give to me, go praise, go into worship, connect. I need something. I'm tired. I'm ready. I need something. I need to connect. And so we've been having this inclination to merge. But we know that requires some sort of shift in consciousness, better yet, a surrendering point. Sometimes we don't even go into that surrendering point because that very act of divulging is uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But once we get there, we feel amazing, and we're like, oh, why didn't I do this sooner? Because you're constantly there waiting for me, available to me. And all you're asking me is to give you a minute. Basically, can you let your guard down, Ja? Can you let your guard down, Leanne, for a moment? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and I can, and I have, and that's my thing. I don't have no.
No, I know you can, and I know you have, and it's not a chastise. It's just a reminder as to what you could do in the next 2 days if you fully just surrender to the moot or mute point, and then you'll be able to reemerge with something fresh and new. I believe around the Aries moon. I'd like to say a day and a half into it.
Okay.
So, there's no true block, really. It's because the way that the message comes is more so as a reminder, but in this case, it's we made him, or he had to come to us and directly ask now. Now he's can you let go of that now, please?
And that's crazy because we are if you for Spiritual Saturday, I did it was about being able to let go of, and I said it's a 8 of Cups feeling. But personally at this point in my life, I've experienced the 8 of Cups, and I realized I've walked into the thing, I've walked away from the 8 of Cups, and I was like, oh, okay. It's a scripture that says God will not cause pain without allowing something new to be born. We talked about that in Transmutation Station.
Yeah, but the length of that pain endured is not is limitless.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's not to be confused or confounded. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately he drags these out to test your limits, to test your profundity, if you would, to test your deep intrinsic will as well.
I agree with that. And it's interesting. So I wanted to share that with you. I knew you would have some words of wisdom for me. as per my creativity, because I'm not usually in a funk. I'm usually pretty creative, but it's just like I don't know.
Well, you have to remember at this point that you're I believe predominantly mercurial.
Yeah,
Ruled by Mercury, and I believe
Mercury is in retrograde.
station. No, not yet. I think it's station. Did it station? Like
It may have.
It just stopped.
Mhm.
Well, hi, majestic magi. So that has something to do with it too. So it's more so a reversal of your thought process, not a slowing down or like a blockage. It's more so like a request to inverse your logic.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Mercury goes direct next week. Bet. Thank you, the mama.
It goes direct or retro.
I mean retrograde. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I'm baked like a cake, like a motherfucking cake. All right.
I'm supposed to be eating it like a lady.
So speaking of being baked like cake, so all right, guys, for your future presentation. So first off, your brownie looks delectable. I give me 2 seconds, hype the people up. I'm gonna go get my brownie and a cup of wine with you.
Hi everybody. I'm trying to plug in my phone here real quick. How's everyone doing tonight? Let me make sure I'm like okay. I'm plugged in. Let me plug into the comments here real quick.
I gotta get my bottle of wine. I've been painting.
Hi Ciara, if you still up in there, the moon's so close, beautiful and bright tonight. Oh my god, I gotta get out there.
I've been painting, y'all.
You have Mercury.
My bubbles.
No. So good. Okay, you got your brownies?
Yeah, I got my brownies. Let me get my wine. My brownies look all dry and shit. I was so mad.
Did you overbake them?
I feel like I did. I just got the brownies that it's a certain kind of brownie I want. I get it from the dollar store. Best brownie I've ever had. People think, yeah. But it was, so I got a different brand. Thank you, Anita.
Oh my god, I really want to smoke 420 molasses ginger cookies for the holidays this year. Yeah, I'm trying to roll with you.
And for the people who just tuning in, the game for tonight is
sugar. Hold on. I'm still in the comments. Like wheat sugar. I'm gonna make some cinnamon toast with it. CR. I'm also walk to your house. So we have a game coming, or okay, I'll take your lead.
So the game tonight, guys, if you just tuning in, every time you see me touch my glasses or my hair, or Jai touch, if she go get glasses, or you see her with glasses or her hair, you gotta hit your blunt or drink some water. So this is what my brownie look like. I'm ashamed to show my brownies.
No,
but this
show it.
It's just I'm so like, it's all.
Hi, brownie. You have walnuts in yours too?
Yeah. My brownies, I took them out the pan, so they look real beat up. But yeah,
it looks good.
I'm not fucking with it because I told you I'm already baked like a cake, guys. Like these brownies, like them brownies, I'm baked. All right, so let's talk about.
A lot of time into them yesterday, though.
I know I did.
I saw you. You were so enthusiastic. This is the thing about mercurial ruled energies, or Mercury dominant individuals, like dominant Gemini, dominant Virgo, Mercury in the 11th, Mercury in the 7th, Mercury in the 3rd. You mercurial individuals are so excited about the idea of a thing. Like, I'm so excited about the idea of this that it's like a little pixie running on water, like, like that, and you guys like running and frolicking on the water.
A bitch
Just
love the
tap
brownies.
no, just tap dancing your toes on the water, and then when you're done, you're like, oh wait, what was I supposed to do? And it's like you literally were just tap dancing on that water for like 5 hours with the most glee and joy. But what happened? Because you were tap dancing. So.
I mean, listen, let me tell you, so you gotta, okay, I don't know, a little known fact about me.
Give
I'm
it
a
to me.
chef. I love to cook. I cook all the time. Like, I'm
I
all,
want to play.
I'm all about like the presentation, not only the taste, but the presentation. And so I'm just not pleased with the presentation. And also they choke. So this is something that's a brownie that's so rich and thick that you have to eat it with ice cream.
Oh, I wanted ice cream. I got milk. I got flax milk.
Mm. But your brownie is so pretty. I bet it tastes as good as it looks.
It's really good. I stuck it in an extra couple minutes because I I was kind of doubting it, but I'm a little sad because I kind of wanted it a little bit gooier. But
Yeah, and that's what I wanted. I like fudgy. And so that was a question I had for you. What kind of brownie do you like? I'm a fudgy brownie girl. Give me some fudgy brownies.
I
I
like a
don't like
fudgy.
fudgy
Yeah,
brownies.
I like a fudgy brownie, and I'm not too into the cake.
Yeah, and that one's like cake and fudgy. It's
Mhm.
heavy,
Mhm.
and I don't I was like nah. So
Mhm.
all right. So about your brownie baking experience. So what's one thing you learned in your brownie baking experience? Somebody said what's
um,
milk or what's black milk? The
flax
milk.
flax milk, FLAX. Like it's milk from flaxseed.
Okay.
It's really good and really thick. It also has like pea milk in it, PEA, like peas. So it's really good. It's one of my favorites. I like it better than oat milk when it comes to like eating cereal or like just drinking it. You know what I mean? Like I'd never drink a glass of cow milk ever in my life, but the flax milk I can really drink. Oat milk I can have in my coffee, but I can't drink it. Like that. Um, so what I learned, I was really proud of what I learned or understood, but I would say I learned awareness as well as patience while integrating information. So I was very glad. I didn't necessarily, not that I learned anything, but I was aware of what I was asserting or what I was practicing in the moment. You know what I mean? Um, Basically, like stilling, even though I have a lot going on, right? Everything's really busy, a lot of emotions, a lot of things happening at once. I'm really glad that I found an avenue to really follow through with something that I felt would be overwhelming to me
Mm.
for some reason. The task of making something with pot to me was like intimidating in the ways that I wouldn't want to like mess it up, and I wouldn't want to like waste any weed. I just wouldn't want to be a fool with it. Um, just because that's just how I am, right? It's just like that.
Yeah,
I
you gotta
don't.
be careful because you can mess up. You can mess up the can of butter. You can throw money down the drain if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I didn't, and I knew I didn't have an opportunity to try again because I'm doing this the day of. Like
Hmm.
that's a little, but so basically what I learned, if anything, is to appreciate your integration process
Mm.
when deciding to take on a task that once seemed kind of foreboding or again overwhelming or avalanching. And so I learned that there's reward in stillness while honing in on what it is that you set to achieve without feeling external pressure in regards to like the rate, speed, and production.
I would say I learned to really follow my first mind for real, for real, for real. Because like I know how I am. I know my, like especially in this Mercury retrograde season, I know how I am, and I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted my outcome, as you would say. I know what I wanted my outcome to look like. So I knew what the process was, but I changed the variable in the equation, and I got a different outcome, and I knew that. So my first mind was to go somewhere else and find exactly what I knew, the variable that would make it come out as it had before. But I don't know. I was in a rush, being
What
late.
was that variable?
The actual brownie mix,
Because
because the brownie mix changed the like every the consistency that I needed for the kind of brownie that I made for with the kind of butter that I had. I needed the flour to be a certain way. I needed the batter, the actual fudge brownie. Like I need to make it that consistent.
okay.
And I couldn't because I got the incorrect batter.
Mm.
So I changed my variable because I didn't just follow my first mind and go somewhere else, but I was being lazy, or I just didn't. I just wanted to get home and rest.
No,
So
you were tap dancing on water.
I'll take that. Probably so.
I don't mean it. I do mean it,
Yeah.
but I don't mean
But,
it. Just,
so that's what I learned. It was but I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed the process. Just to see that I still got it, that I still can do it, that I haven't lost my pizzazz and
so
doing it.
what will you do different next time?
Next time I'll make sure I get exactly what I know works. I won't like I'll and not even just next time, further, just moving further in life. Just don't take shortcuts. Like, that's what I feel like I did. I
Or
took a
to,
shortcut.
like you said, listen to that first voice,
Yeah,
the first one.
the first one, the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not just giving it a quick acknowledgement, like, "Oh, I see you. Bye." It's like driving past someone that you know when you can easily just stop and pick him up and give him a ride, and
Yeah,
then that person will feel like, "Wow, this bitch literally just flew past by me, like I wasn't even standing here." You know what I
right,
mean?
right. And that's
And I
how.
really, I really like that because that's actually one of the ways that I increased my intuitive ability as well as my psychic ability by exercising that with every single thing that I did. So, for example, I still practice it to this day. I started this years ago. You can say it maybe looked like a little bit like an OCD, but I was like, no, I'm. If I walk up, so say like there's a big batch of fresh bread, and I want one of the loaves. The first one I lay my eye on with the intent to grab, that is the one I would grab. Then I'll touch the one next to it, and then I'll touch the one the outside, and I'm like, I kind of want this one, but this was the original one.
Mm,
And then I fucking take it. And so it's like a muscle that you begin to strengthen and empower over time. So when that first thought comes up, because sometimes a first thought comes up that's incorrect, because
mm,
the mind has like its own misfunctions, or where a situation occurs where a file needs to be pulled up,
mm,
and your brain's like, here's the file, and
mm,
it pulled up a wrong file because it confused a previous judgment to
mm,
a known fact, and they
mm,
were both kind of filed together, and it pulled up the wrong one.
mm,
So if you don't practice to slow down that discernment process,
mm.
you can overestimate your intuitive abilities
Don't overestimate, guys.
in
That's
situations
the
that
truth.
require your intuitive knowing on the spot. So practicing that, so that way you don't get any misfires.
Right, right. You don't get dry brownies with no ice cream. That's the way it is.
I saw some really cute comments in the chat.
Okay.
So, what up? Okay, so we got always dreaming up and running. I see you, Puff Puff Pass.
Okay.
Okay. Smoking one with Shaw. What's up, Walton? Oh, what's a black milk? I love that. Um, let's see. I can't have anymore. What can't you have, Sierra? I've learned not to stir the batter a lot, especially with certain types of brownie. Huh? Maybe today I over fucking mix my batter. I think milk is cow plus. Come on. Pea protein. Yes. It's super easy to fuck up weed butter batch. Yeah, I know. I wonder, right? Okay. Gentle process. There's so much to learn about 420 baking, cooking. Oh yeah, I want to show y'all the book. I want to show you the book. I'm gonna make a chai tea with oat milk and a spoon of can of butter. Stop it! I'm jealous. Me and Leanne want a hot cup of tea, chai tea with oat milk and can of butter. We both want one. And a big cup too, big glass, a big mug. I've drank cow milk all when I was younger. It's okay, mommy. Like, we didn't know better. Like, that's what we were told we needed to have, and that's what we knew how. That's how we knew how to fucking take care of ourselves. So you learned to listen to your first voice. I really like that. And you're kind of sifting through a creative block, which is fine, which is kind of just more like a reassortment. It's okay. Sometimes it's necessary to become a bit more serious and or stoic. Sometimes life calls for that. It's natural. It's a part of the chemical process. Okay. And then you said that you'd like for me to come up with the games, like, because your creative space is already tightened up. And I was expressing that, okay, that's a challenge. That will be challenging for me, but I'm glad that you presented that to me, because then it would have always remained a challenge, you know? So maybe that's a muscle I should start exercising. Um, and yeah, so your brownie experience, you had a fun day yesterday, I believe, preparing your brownies, even though they may not have come out the way that you would expected them to, but you still enjoyed your process.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
from what I saw that you were having a great time.
Yeah.
You were tap dancing on water, having a
Mhm.
blast. And the
Yeah.
music was going too.
Mhm. You already know. Absolutely.
The music was going. He was having a blast, probably getting things done. Who knows what you were doing, but I could feel the energy. Pretty good. Um, yeah, and so you're resting and you require rest. I see you're getting ready to go a little bit into your cocoon stage. That's fine. You can
Yeah.
do that if you need to. Um, and yeah. So, not to keep blabbing my mouth. Oh, I wanted to show y'all the book. So if you give me a second, I can go grab the book.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Be right back.
All right, y'all munched out. Check because I'm munched out. I've been munched out all day though. So it's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. What munchies y'all eating? Always come prepared to tell me what y'all got to eat. This week I got a healthy snack. So I've been eating like a pig. Veggies and cheese bites. And did y'all fucking see me spill my wine? I spilled that shit all over me. Shout out to the motherfucking peace dealer. Shout out to fucking Mystical Illuminations. Y'all make sure y'all hit that motherfucking like button. Make sure you hit that motherfucking like button. Follow us on Instagram, New Age Job, Neighborhood Hope Dealer. What y'all eating? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about the process a little bit, because I was trying to like YouTube the brownies and benefits, and sometimes, so what's like, first of all, what's we there are benefits to brownies. It's just like marijuana, but it's just a different in way of like receiving the medicine. You know what I mean? It's sort of like some people have a hard time swallowing pills, so they need to like take it down with some applesauce or stick it in something that they can just like swallow down. It's just a different way to get the medicine in that allows you to have a more potent or a much more relaxed and comfortable experience. Speaking of comfortable, I have a real problem with the word comfortability, like comfortability. To me, it just, I looked it up and it's proper when people say comfortability, but comfort will suffice. Okay,
So you don't gotta
comfort
word like that.
is enough. You know, you don't need to add the comfortability. Okay, so A Woman's Guide to Cannabis, right? I really enjoyed this. And this book, I recommend this book for anyone who is perhaps maybe not a pot smoker or intrigued by it, or not even just a pot smoker, but would like to just get the THC in their system in any form, like brownies or gummies or lollipops, or like Skywalker said, like some chai tea with some milk and some canna butter in there, you know. And this book really, like, it soothes you because it's an actually an educational source as to how to assess what kind of form of marijuana or THC would be best for you. So this is what that kind of book is. It's like, you know, this is how you use marijuana. These are your choices for it. And then there's a lot of like information and background. And there's even like ways to make like skincare in here and, you know, vape discretion. And, oh, okay. Um, so in the back, there's all kinds of recipes. Like there's like a handful of recipes. And I really like it because it starts off with, how to basically break down the THC into components where you could actually create things like in alcohol to like create like face products and lotion, or um you know, oils if you wanted to make like tinctures for some, you know, reason, and or like butter so you could use it in your cooking, you know. And so she really goes and breaks down that exact like process, which I like. It's extremely thorough. Like this is a book about, I thought when upon receiving this book, I thought this book would be more so um, a book more so like helping women feel better about ingesting the THC more through, so like more of like philosophical like ways of delivering the information, I suppose, like more thought than structure. So I was just surprised that it was like a guide to usually how to use it. So in a way that is appropriate for you. So the first thing to like get in the THC out of the flower is by breaking down the amino acid THCA. So it's THCA until it's under heat, right? And then when you burn away, so basically you're burning whatever that A stands for. You're burning that component of the amino acid, which then allows it to become a THC, right? And that's the psychoactive component. So there's two steps to actually drawing out the THC from the cannabis, and that is to primarily bake it slowly for an hour. So it's a double heating process. It requires two forms of heating. And it's interesting because like when you look up tutorials on YouTube, a lot of them don't even show that first step of baking it. And then baking it is for decarb decarboxylation. Decarboxylation is what it's called. So you got to or decarb for short. So you got to decarb it, and then you sizzle it in a fat with where then that component that you just basically extracted can now attach to something so it can live, right, and then give you life. So I believe that was like the most important component of this whole thing, and that to me is where I place the most stress on this process.
I like to tell a lot of people like what they don't understand what marijuana, like when THC turns into, when it becomes an edible, it becomes a different drug. I tell people they liken it to, and I don't know this because I've never done like mushrooms, but they say it has more of a psychedelic effect. And so one of my things is when don't first off, if you've never tried marijuana, don't judge it off of one or the other. I say smoke it, and then I say eat it. See which one you like. They are two different highs. One high lasts longer. One high is ingested through the bloodstream. So it hits, one goes through the lungs and one goes through the blood. So of course, excuse me, the one that goes through the blood is going to give you a body high feeling, as opposed to the one that's like a head high. Not that the one doesn't, not that the one that you smoke doesn't give you a body high as well, but it just hit different shit. And we not medical doctors, so make sure y'all take y'all motherfucking, if y'all motherfucking whatever, take your stupid ass to the doctor. We
Yeah,
get
no, it's just two women talking about the
that part.
medicinal benefits of marijuana.
That part. Just in case y'all try it.
Well, in our opinion and from
Mhm.
our experience, like that's the whole
Mhm.
thing. Because I think more of us should be talking about this and normalizing it, so that like women and mothers and everyone can feel comfortable about taking care of themselves in this way. Because to me, like, this is a form of self-care. Like, taking the time to bake something that I'm going to be able to share, not only like with others. Like, I'm going to go drop off some brownies to like a client of mine that I had today. We had a really nice chat. I was like, you know what, like, do you want a brownie? And I felt better about the experience because I knew that I was going to give some to someone, you know. So like, I'm like making someone else happy, like I'm doing something nice for myself. I'm having like chocolate and I'm enjoying the sweet, and there's like something in it that's not only going to make me feel better, but actually like improve my overall stress levels, which in overall improves the level of impact on my vessel. You know, like will age you. Stress will fucking make you get old twice as fast as you should. So it's like, if I can manage life with just a little bit of less stress or less impact on my vessel, then I could get through this, you know. And I think um, a lot of us, you know, in this time, we beat on our vessel on so in so many ways. You know, not only are we comparing ourselves to what the media is projecting, which basically our own mind begins to beat on our body, but we beat on our body with what we do eat, and then we beat on our body by ignoring the signals that it gives us. For example, like, I'm tired, I'm stressed. If you push me any further, I'm gonna get a headache. If you push me any further, my stomach's gonna hurt. And it's like we're constantly like shoving our own vessels like out of the way as if it didn't matter. And so taking the time to like um, give my vessel something that will soften the external environment, soften the blows from my own internal chatter, soften the blows from, you know, responsibilities. If I can at least like do myself a favor in that way, then I feel that I should, and to me, that's taking care of myself.
Agreed. Okay. Absolutely agree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have, yeah, and I'm learning to be like guilt free about it. You know what I mean? I know that a lot of us who do ingest like marijuana have a guilt about it because we feel like, although we're trying to break the stigma and the taboos behind it, when we feel that we're ingesting it on a regular basis, we feel that it now then becomes a vice. And I believe that in
Yeah.
itself is a blockage,
Yeah.
because we have to understand that we need food pretty much every day. We need water every day. We need sunlight every day. There are just things that we need daily in order to maintain our general well being.
And one
And
thing,
yeah,
your body produces THC. Your body produces naturally produces small amounts of THC. That's the reason why you can get high. That's the reason why it affects you. We have something called cannabinoid receptors. I tell people that all the time. So like, it's not like you're taking something that's foreign to your body. No, your
right,
body already makes THC. It's in you. You get spurts of it all of the time. So you're just like, it's like I think of it like collagen. You're supplementing that THC intake. I don't know. Maybe that's how I think of it. Maybe that's how a fiend makes sense of it. But I enjoy marijuana. Like I enjoyed it. It's a like people enjoy fine glasses of wine. I enjoy a nice spliff. You know.
Yeah, totally. I mean, for it to be something that slows down Alzheimer's and dementia and cardiovascular disease, it's like it does so many things for you. I mean, you just can't argue it, and so I think it's important for us to continue to bring this to the forefront and normalize it more so for everyone, in a guilt-free way where it's okay to use it in a long term.
And I think it's hard to do, especially with the criminalization of it. The fact that people used to get arrested for it just gives it a bad stigma automatically. So that's like a double whammy for us to fight against.
Yeah, and also people like kind of don't want you to like cheat at life. It's like, well, I don't like marijuana. I don't like
y'all hitting y'all blunts. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What was that?
I said I hope they hitting their blunts.
Well, some people just don't like it, right? They're like, well, I'm gonna deal with life straight on, sober, cold turkey. But when they roll up to someone who is relaxed, maybe a little bit stoned, they're like, hey, like you need to be taking the brunt of this just like I am. Like, why is it okay for you to soften the blow of life when I'm not? You know? And I think a lot of that is that too. It's like you shouldn't be having fun or this kind of fun or not this much fun anyways, not all the time.
Yeah, be sad like me. Somebody said cardiovascular disease. How?
I have no idea. I just threw that out there. I don't fucking know. I know it has a lot of medicinal.
Look it up. I'm 100% sure. If you look it up, it'll tell.
I'm pretty sure too. I think it's like somewhere in this book here, but again, I think it has a lot to do with reducing the pressure and stress of life, which directly affects your heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I hit my blunt for sure. Your hair. Thank you, baby.
Your hair. Every time you touch your hair, they got to hit the blunt. You just been over there flipping your hair.
I mean, if the cannabinoids, y'all got to take a hit. So, I mean, if the cannabinoids receptors do get clogged, I think that's like chain smoking all day, like upon like straight on. But also it's like you don't need to get high off of it all the time. Like you're gonna build a tolerance to it, but it's still okay to like ingest it and still take care of yourself, even though you might not have
all hemp is THC. CBD, because that's what I'm smoking. But that's all it is. THC, CBD ain't nothing but weed without the THC. What it removed. That's it. It's non-alcoholic weed.
Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely good for the topical. Let's see what she has in here for topical stuff real quick. So, you know what I like? She made like these cute, like, listen to what she like. Hold on.
Oh.
So here's like some recipe ideas. I'll read them off to you real quick. So she has hysterical fit truffles, and this is a recipe for fudge. Then we have classic pot brownies, which is the recipe I used today. Then she has recipes for hard candy. So we have barely high sea glass. Then we have Netflix and chill caramels, how to make caramels. And then she has gummy candy. So she has book club wine gummies.
That sounds lit.
I feel like we need some book club wine gummies now.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, Sunday brunch. Sunday brunch, strawberry balsamic pate de fruits.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you don't like brunch.
I love brunch.
I know. So you should be more excited about this.
I'm stoned.
And then we have Wake and Bacon.
What's CBD? Wake and bacon.
Wake and Bacon. What is it? Crumble.
Y'all
Yeah,
wait
so
till y'all
it's
get that
bacon
motherfucker like that.
infused THC. THC, bacon infused THC. THC, bacon infused.
Bacon infused THC. No. Bacon infused THC. No, is it?
THC infused bacon.
THC infused bacon.
You said that so confidently. I'm a fool, yeah. You can't. I'm gonna laugh at the craziest stuff. I'm sorry. You'll figure out my humor. And then we have cannabis dog treats.
Because we want to get our dogs lit too. Everybody.
You can't overdose, but you may overdo, sort of like what Skywalker was saying. So I'm gonna have to read into that, and then we can talk about how we can overdo on it.
We could definitely overdo it.
But that to me, like, oh, look at this. We have Radiant Glow Serum, Holy Anointing Oil. Maybe I should make some holy anointing.
Walk around and just throw that shit at people.
I'm just gonna be like walk up to people, and instead of giving them a hug, I'm just gonna like put my thumb on their forehead with like some oil.
You've been anointed, bitch.
You've been blessed, bitch. There you go. Like, you're welcome. THC infused in everything. Go fucking relax, yeah.
Relax.
Take that shit to work, right? Put that shit in your bag. Holy anointing oil. Yo, I'm with that.
I'm not fucking with you. Order holy anointing oil.
Cannabis suppositories for like your butthole?
Listen, I'm into. Give me one of them for right before some anal sex. Let's see what that's hitting for. Ooh.
You better stop. Whoa, that was crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see something.
Oh my god. I'm trying to see something. Damn. Solid lotion bars. Happy body bars. Ooh. Beauty sleep cream. Foot reviving cream. That, yeah, for your feet to absorb it would be really nice. Ooh. A nice foot rub with some THC cream, foot reviving cream. Don't tell me you wouldn't love that. I already know.
I need somebody that like the rub feet.
You be mad quiet when I know I be hitting all the points. You know you're loving it. I got the brunch in there. I got the foot rub in there. I heard it.
Listen.
Oh, tips for whipping cream too. On top of it,
to do some fun shit.
Hey, tips. Vanilla mint, vanilla lip balm. No, vanilla mint lip balm.
Mm.
So vanilla is an aphrodisiac.
Is it? I didn't know that. You know what else is an aphrodisiac? Oysters. And yes. They really are. They make, every time I eat them, I want to fuck like a rabbit. So I stay away.
Damn, coffee. Yeah. I think coffee is an aphrodisiac. Pure chocolate, but the vanilla for men in particular. Hi, Black Swan.
Oh, Anita Joint. He said good name for the show. Hi, what's poppin', Anita Joint? I didn't even realize that. That's what's poppin'.
Great for our funny friends. There we go. I love it. So yeah, we have winter beard oil. Hook up them guys with some beard oil. Because we have a grooming for men section up in here. And then we have mustache wax. I could probably use some of that too. You know, so I'm a cosmetologist, so I'm a beautician. I went to a technical high school. So
Okay.
I received all my trade training throughout my high school career.
Good.
So it was nice. It was 1 week of academic, 1 week of trade, 1 week of academic, 1 week of trade, and
Let's go.
and you had weekly, you had theory classes every day. So a lot of our time, so you have the theory work and then you have the practical work. So a lot of the girls envied us in high school because we got to do facials during school hours. We got to blow dry our hair we got to like paint our nails because that's how we learned. So we
Yeah,
were learning through like
yeah,
remembering each other. We would go to lunch with like rollers in our hair. Oh my god, like um
that sounds pretty cool.
so we were learning how to wax. We learned how to do facials on each other. Like we literally had like bed set up, turn off the light, got the music going. We're like sitting there like it's 20 minutes over, like massaging this bitch's face. Um, but I started waxing my upper lip just because I was trying to find things to wax, like wax my arm, wax this, wax that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I fucked that up when I started doing that. I mean, it's not like crazy or anything, but it's something that I like to keep doing. The movie Grease came to mind about what I like the movie Grease. So that holy anointing oil sounds bomb. Grown and sexy lubricant. There's your eight. Oh my god, the suppository with the lubricant.
You could slide the suppository in with the lubricant. Boop. Keep the thumb in there while you're here.
Don't even. Wow, grown and sexy lubricant. I'm with that. So I like that one, and I like the grown and sexy lubricant, and the. I just like saying that grown and sexy lubricant. Grown and sexy lubricant.
Their part.
That one. And what was the other one? The holy anointing oil. Go figure. The sexy lubricant and the holy oil.
What's poppin', Maria? We trying to get some fucking.
Oh, what's up, Maria? Hi, Mama. Hey, girl. Love that you're here. So Leanne is she's somewhere else.
I am. I've been somewhere else all day. I've been trying to tell people this shit. I was just like, I've been here, but I'm like, I'm here, but I'm not.
You need to come here.
Listen, you don't want me to come
there.
You don't want me to come there.
I want you to come here right now.
Listen.
I'm not playing.
That means you coming back. We looking for a wife. Look.
Oh, saying. You meant that too. She meant that one.
No LOL.
None. That was a period.
Period.
Period. Oh, I love Saint Valentine.
Where's she at?
Where is she?
Yeah.
She just be her little pixie cute self in the Florida state.
Somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Being a parent.
I love her love energy. It's so sweet.
She's a dog. All right, okay, so we are going over to hit the blunt, Maria. Do it. We're about to philosophically pontificate. Now I saw something because I was halfway scrolling and I've been checked out. I've been somewhere else, been doing some other things. So but I saw it was something that you possibly wanted to talk about, pontificate about, but I don't know what it was. So what was it?
Did I say I had something to pontificate upon?
One of your Instagram posts.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I think as a possibility, it has a lot to do with how we started this whole talk with the surrendering aspect, but not just surrendering, but surrendering to God in the sense that you recognize and realize, right? Because we're going into Libra season on top of that. But you recognize that what you seek in another or what you love in another is actually a display or an aspect of God that you've become attracted to within that individual. Now, some people, or depending on your actual mental state, so like depending on your actual thought process as well as your intention when in a bonding process with another being, determines whether there's space for the divine love to actually fulfill its position or not. Sometimes we catch people in their vulnerable states, which puts them in a state of purity. And sometimes the divine just kind of slips through and blesses the other individual through the one who originally wouldn't be able or wouldn't consciously care to harbor the divine spirit in that way, meaning someone who was nice to you who never intended to truly be nice to you. It was just something slipped up and they were in the mood and they gave you a little more than what they were supposed to. And then you're like, wow, you just gave me a little more than what you normally do, which means you got something more in there for me and I need that and I want that. And then we become hooked on that because we're looking for that moment of purity that slipped while consciousness had stepped out for a moment and the divine decided it wanted to step through and bless you with something that would spark interest, love, and light within you. And then once you became awakened, the other being brought consciousness back and the divine stepped away because it doesn't intrude in that way. You know what I mean? When you indulge in certain things, you kind of give leeway to some boundaries and restrictions. Let's say smoking, drinking, sometimes that's like an odd, blurry line, So, hey, why not come through? And so you become hooked on that blessing, maybe understanding or feeling that maybe someone does love you the way that you want to be loved. I can be loved the way that I want to. I just saw it in that person, in that glimpse. And so to me, or what I'm trying to say is that glimpse was God acting through that person. And so instead of becoming...
The enemy is your footstool.
The enemy is not even my footstool because I don't even want my foot touching it. I'm hovering way above it. No contact, bitch. Not even my feet. Don't even. Ugh.
No contact, bitch.
No contact. So, not my precious feet. No, me stop. No, that's serious. Like, if you don't got good energy, you're my enemy. I don't. No contact, please. So we get hooked and we think that it's that person has more for us. Potentially they do have more for us, but they'd have to put themselves in the position to harness that love of God for a longer period of time than just so a day or two or 20 minutes or even 20 seconds, And so we catch ourselves in moments of despair because we feel teased. Like, I feel fucking teased. Like, how did you just put that in front of my fucking face? How did you just dangle that there and then take it away? You're just gonna take it away like that? That is so fucked up. That is so fucked up. I'm so fucking mad. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? And then the divine's like, what do you mean, sis? And I'm like, what do you mean? What I mean? You brought him or her over here, and you made me, and you allowed me to fall in love, and then now nothing. And it's like, however do you need it? However do you want it? And he's like singing this to me, and I'm like still not getting it. And he's like, tell me.
I think I like to use the analogy of falling in love with the Uber driver. Sometimes we fall in love with the person that's meant to get us to where we're going. You fell in love with the fucking airplane pilot, bitch. You weren't supposed to fall in love with him. You're supposed to fall in love with the place you're going. You fall in love with the Uber driver though. Man, God, what the fuck is going on here, bitch?
You're like hanging on to their coattails.
And
like, ma'am, you need to
and I realize the moment you get out the Uber is when the blessing there for you, but you stuck on the fucking Uber driver, bitch. He was just a driver. Oh. You're supposed to get you to where you was fucking
You're
going.
like following him with your bags and shit.
Yeah, like chase that car shit. blessing somewhere else.
Well, sometimes those like Uber drivers be getting messy and be intervening in areas where they shouldn't have been. So it takes two.
That's true, because they do be asking you all your personal business, bitch. Wanna know your whole fucking life, bitch.
I really can't with you. Yo, I think I did a good job with those brownies, though.
But
Whoa. Okay. I'm not, ooh.
when the brownies hit.
Yeah, definitely. And that was a big chunk. I took a big chunk.
Welcome to Potheads, episode 2, Brownies and Benefits. We talk about brownies and benefits, folks. We on philosophical pontifications.
Right. So basically, the moral of the story is that, you know, like this, who sings I'm Every Woman?
I feel like a drag queen, but I know that's not true.
Is that Whitney Houston?
Sure, yeah, it is.
So that's what God's saying to you. Every woman, every man. Because if you just allow yourself to surrender to me, you will see how I can inspire these emotions with just you yourself here. You don't really need nobody else. What is it that you want to feel? Do you want to feel ecstasy? Do you want to feel pleasure? Do you want to feel, what do you want? Do you want to imagine something? What do you want to do? And it's like, well, we can really do anything. It's like, yeah, we can really do anything. So, and then that's when you begin to fall in love with yourself in the sense that, like, if you love yourself in the way that you're comfortable to invite God into it and just enjoy yourself with that energy holding it, you'll see that that's like the brightest fire that one can get. And so what is that? I guess you can say that's raising kundalini or tantric sex or whatever, but
fuck that. I'm trying to get that nut. Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean,
don't
like,
play with my nut. Like, nah, don't that'll get you fucking smothered. Bitch, don't breathe. Bitch, stop. Down. Ugh.
I can't with you.
Can't these nuts, nigga. You better fucking suck till I say stop. Stop. I'm just talking shit.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Oh my god. You look like Harry Potter right now.
Thank you.
Those are like the perfectly like round glasses too. They're mad cute. Yeah, I like your style. You got something going on here.
Thank you. So, all right. So this is my philosophical pontification for this week. So I was talking to my dad, and he was like, I didn't do any homework, so I'm just solely going off of what this nigga told me. He old, so he might be missing some facts, but I don't give a shit. So the gist of it was essentially that slave owners want reparations for the slaves that they lost when slaves went free. How you feel about that shit? If that was a real thing, how would you feel about that?
I think all their heads get taken off. How about that?
Off with their heads. Alice in Wonderland type shit.
You know, and that's more so coming from that there is a God. You know, man, white, and any man, white man, I mean, love me, but let me just calm down. Any man can rise up to the occasion, but there's a maximum upon its impression on how life really goes, you know, because we're not in control, man, you know, ultimately. And something like that over time does balance, and it is taken away in forms. And sometimes it's like a slow rotting process too, other than that off with your head kind of business.
Slow
One, you
roll.
know, so if they were to receive reparations for it at during this time today, like today,
This was recent. That's what he said.
they're requesting that now.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Um, no, that does. I don't even see how that would even apply. How does that even work? How did they pay for them?
Yeah, you.
Eventually, but in the very beginning, did they pay for them initially?
I don't know.
But it doesn't even belong to their country or this country. They don't belong to them.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what the article had said or what my dad had said. They had said. I don't know
It
for real.
doesn't even make sense. How could you even put claim to something like that? It logically doesn't even make sense. It just sounds so idiotic to me. It just sounds so dumb to me. Like there's nothing more stupid I've ever heard in my whole fucking
If
life.
I said how I really felt, they'll block this video for anti-violence. So, but I think it's stupid. I think that
Was I inciting violence?
no. I said I would though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. It's just like I can't even fathom that at this moment. Like,
I think so, Sky. I'm gonna ask my dad. I'll see if I'm gonna ask my dad, and I'll come back to the comments and put it in there if I can find it.
um, it's interesting because I think a week or two ago the family was watching Abraham Lincoln's documentary series.
Mm.
Like, it's a biography documentary series, and it's really interesting about the pivotal turns during his presidential reign, and the games and the strategy and um how volatile the situation was too, because
Mm.
I think we weren't as civilized as a people. People were just so quick to go straight to violence, not even just fighting you or hurting you, like literally just going straight to kill you.
Listen, let me tell you. Let me go a little nerdy history buff on you. So one of my little fact about me is I am a history nerd. I want one of my favorite classes in school and law school was con law, and like just the idea. First off, unpopular opinion, I think we need a completely whole new constitution, if I'm being honest, because if another unpopular opinion or over your head fact, but the constitution does not apply to me because at the time that the constitution was written, I was 3/5 of a person. I was I wasn't even a thing. I was an inanimate object as a person of color at the time that the constitution. If we're going into the hermeneutics, if we're going into the time and the place that the Constitution was set, it didn't apply to me because I wasn't a person. So I think that in and of itself, it's extremely flawed because now something that didn't apply to me is made to apply to me. And I'm not really with the whole like the Constitution is and then it's outdated. We've changed. The whole world has evolved, and I think that your laws and your rules should have evolve and not only be amended. Like the wording and the reason why I think that it's not is because the wording is so obscure, people can manipulate it to their own will. But personally, I think that the Constitution is some bullshit. I think that I kind of don't respect anything that comes from it because I wasn't a person. I was an inanimate object. I was a thing. So there is that. Um, but that was my random history rant. I forgot how we got there, but I'm sure I had a great point.
I don't know. I get it. My dad's a black man. I totally get it. So, I mean, I'm when it comes to all of that, it's like again, my brain really has a hard time processing it because it doesn't even function in that manner. So it's just like it can't compute. It's like when
That's
you're
real.
like when like yeah, because like when you're telling me that you don't like someone because of their color, it's like wow.
What sense does that make?
I'm like, are you even like, are you like an animal? Like, are you like a creature? You must have an IQ of like 10.
10 maybe
Yeah,
negative.
like I feel so bad for you.
Mhm.
Like you're stuck on dun, dun, dun,
It's
you're
not even stupid, just dun, dun, dun.
yeah, like can you open your eyes? And the thing is that when they open their eyes, they see majestic, melanated, beautiful beings. I mean,
Dangerous.
muscular, tall, strong.
And you know what? And it's nothing like the big. And I say this jokingly, but not jokingly. And it's this unpopular opinion, but I mean this when I say this. Um, it's nothing like a big black cop. Like in every sense. Because if and if you want to go down one of your Janice rabbit holes, you gotta respect that the male sexual organ is one of the biggest threats to a lot of other different cultures, and I think that it's covered. I think that it's something that's coveted. Like in a sense, and I say that tiptoeally, not to offend any other culture, but listen, Mandingos, it's a reason why you could fucking, that's one of the biggest porn populations out there.
Listen.
So there's that. And then and if once you okay, and so and then take it a little deeper to really go down this rabbit hole, Alice. Once you are a black person and you impregnate any other race, that race then becomes predominantly black. So like
It is anyways, you know what I mean? Like even like my mother is Puerto Rican.
mm,
And what are the Puerto Ricans? They're Africans who have mated with the Taino Indians
mhm.
and then mixed with the Spaniards that came and took over. That's basically what Puerto Ricans are, you know? And so it is. It's like I mean, the Caribbean itself, is birthed, I believe, in a lot of ways from the mother. So I'm with it. I'm so in love and so in awe all by my. I'm just so in love by all of it. The beauty, the stature, the spirit. The soul. I mean, I'd say I'd make way for it any day for sure.
Are we talking about the big black cock or something else?
I'm talking about my beautiful mamas, my beautiful men. I'm talking about all of them. It's just like the mothers, the grandpas, like make room for all of them. And it's just what it is. It's, how could you not?
Okay. But that's my little, little picking in my brain of just some things that I think about. If we're pontificating, and not to say that I think any race is superior. Everybody is equal and in their own individual rights. But if we
Oh,
talk
for sure.
shit, we talking shit. So anybody gonna
No,
come?
it's not even talking shit. It's just pointing out what we see and what are facts. Those are real things. Like those are things that the eyes can see. You know what I mean? You don't need to like really get all philosophical in that area because if you can just look and see it, then it's blatant.
Okay. What's
So
probably low?
the inferiority complex must die out.
Good luck with that.
It needs to. And the more that we take our power back in every way, listen, is the moment that they have to be quieted.
And sometimes taking your power back means simply being quiet.
It just means standing in yourself and trusting God and aligning yourself with God in a way that allows you to maneuver through life that is correct for you and for everyone around you while advancing and moving forward. It's creating these covenants of like love, respect, but ardent need to integrate God in the ways of making paths for protection. That's how I see it. Blessing, protecting, doing the work, of abiding to something bigger, and then this is where like spirituality like comes into play, because there's so many different branches as to how this essence of being is revered, you know so honestly, to me, it's like the more we pay attention to it, the more it's gonna gain power or like relevance, because it's if every we just kept doing what we're doing and going where we're going and striving for what we're striving for and minding our fucking business, then all of that noise is gonna fade away and fade down.
You know what I wish? I wish everybody would just mind their fucking business. Like, I had a dream that everybody mind their fucking business and nobody gave a fuck what anybody else was doing. They just mind their business, they paid their own bills, and that was it. The fucking end. What they talking about?
Oh, what did she say? I thought it was pontifical stuff. Pontifical stuff. Well, okay, so what exactly is a pontifical stuff?
Pontifical stuff you pontificate about.
So, has this not been a pontification?
Yeah, these have all been pontificating. Skywalker say how them brownies feeling. Like I'm walking on sunshine. Oh,
Like, I need to take a sip of my milk.
I should say people love to say mind your business, but don't know how to mind their business. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Me
It's
fucking
true.
eat.
There's a difference between minding your business and navigating your environment.
Message hole.
Sometimes you gotta peek over into your neighbor's yard to make sure that they're not out of control in some way. Like
If they is, that ain't none of my business. Y'all out of
yeah.
control.
Well, and if you come and knock on my door, I need to kind of take a look at you to see what's going on. So I think that's as far as it gets with me. It's like,
Do your work. I guess it's a difference between doing your research and minding your business. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I understand the need to be aware. There's always a need to be aware. But if it don't fuck me, like a girl told me, fuck me, feed me, or finance me, then I don't really got nothing to do with it. And even if it do any of those things, I probably still, don't give a fuck. So I just got a don't give a fuck problem. I do.
You know what? I'm here for it.
Like I gave a fuck once and I forgot I lost it. And I don't know where it's at. I don't want to look for it.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. I don't even have I don't put a PB what is it? APB, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care. I want it to stay gone. A fuck free life is life.
I love the energy. Um,
You over there looking like Mary Magdalene, Mother of God. Yes. Esmeralda head ass. Like
oh, I like her actually.
mm.
Should I tell you of something that I would like to? If I could put myself in an adult active class, you know what that would be?
When the brownies hit.
No, a belly dance. I would like to learn how to like actually traditionally learn belly dancing.
I can see you belly dancing.
I think that's something I'm like, fuck everybody else who's trying to like waste my time and energy by acting like they're not, you know what? I got no time. What does Janiece want to do? You know, it's like Janiece wants to get more sexier. And you're like, well, how is Janiece gonna get more sexier? Well, I gotta waken up basically the serpent in the base of my spine.
Listen, tell the bitch to say hey like Beyonce. Hey, hey.
And then I'm like, okay, so this needs to get moving, this needs to get loose, and then I want to have like a control, and then so I want to learn how to like isolate, you know, all different parts of my body. I think I'd learn or jump onto it quickly. So, yeah, I'm going to reverse that. If you could take an adult active recreational class, what would that be?
It'd probably be I'd probably go back to Taekwondo. I like Taekwondo. I striped up like my first stripe on my white belt, but then I had got fired, so I couldn't afford it. That shit was expensive. But I loved it. I love learning about different cultures. And so just learning the culture and where it came from, how it originated, and the disciplines within the culture. I respect them. I think they're things to live by. And it was a nice practice, and it was a good way to relieve stress as well.
I don't know, you just had me daydreaming for a second.
Yeah, that's how I've been all day. Like, what's up? What's happening?
No, your energy just had me like floating for a second. I was like, yeah, I'm riding this wave. Surfboard.
Right, straight like that.
So I got this like Yuletide tarot card. I kind of want to pull a card for all of us ladies and gentlemen who are present in the chat today. I mean, I know that's random, but can I please?
Go for it.
So I have two that just fell out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so we have perseverance and gratitude. Hey, that's what we've been talking about, right? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Heavenly Divine Father and Spirit, for allowing me to serve as your vessel, as your girl. As your girl. You know I'm about that. Life, you know? And I'm like, please, no, thank you. Please, no, I really respect you. Like, I want to honor you. I want to praise you. I want to do your work. I want to do your duty. What do I got to do? I'll say whatever you want to say. I'll say it as long as you want me to say it. I'll just keep doing it because you know that I love and honor and worship you. You know, I love and honor and worship you. You know? So perseverance, you know? Convince them like he's your daddy. Come on.
Like who's your daddy, bitch?
Stay in thy power, dear child, for thy lonely is never alone. When the world is dreadful upon thy, turn to the spirits within thy. Yeah, I don't like that it says spirits. But yeah, exactly that. Perseverance, turning in, going directly to the source, figuring it out, saying, hey, what's up? Gratitude. All that I am and all that I'll be, forever in gratitude, I'll eternally be. She looks kind of scary.
Yeah, she do. She's mad as fuck. Look, I clapped my apples. She don't got nothing under that. Take it under there. She gonna do some freaky shit.
She's like, oops, my apple.
Apples ass she got. Y'all caught her mid porno. I wasn't supposed to get that picture. That's why she looked shocked. That's why I keep
yeah. About it. So that's in the crescent moon. So let's make this happen. In the next day or so, right? Yeah. In gratitude. Oh, I don't know. Still a little scary to me, but.
Yeah, this bitch. Not if she. I'm gonna have to catch you tomorrow. That bitch outside again. She tripping again. Talk about persevere. Fuck that.
That's hilarious. All right. She eats an apple. Hi, Neptune. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Was it Neptune? Probably. So yeah, I mean, that was fun. I don't know. I hope that was like in somewhat entertaining. We went on a roller coaster ride. We went. That was like a wild goose chase.
Good. So my idea for the next episode is what kind of pothead are you? And what I mean by that is what kind of pothead are you? Are you the chef type of pothead? Are you Chef Curry with the pots? Or are you a garden pothead? Do you like to play in dirt? Or are you a pothead that likes to smoke actual pot? Or are you a pothead? Do you play with pottery? What type of pothead are you? And why? And how many categories do you fall in? Do you fall in more than one? And how do they play with each other? So that's the I think that's what we should do for the next episode.
No, yeah, basically it's like how do you connect with the earth and your body using your hands or using your vessel to connect, right? And this takes form in many forms, whether it's pottery or clay shaping or getting into the garden or doing some like massages, like whatever it is that you're physically doing. It's almost like that becomes a therapeutic experience for yourself. That's how I understood that.
I'll take it. Listen, that's what we hear. We understand things in different ways. But I think that in the summation, I think that it's all the same. So I'm excited about the next episode. All right, next episode, not this week, next week. Y'all make sure y'all check us out. Make sure y'all get y'all Molly's Buns Perkins, whatever it is. Y'all get to start y'all day one, y'all day down. And bring your munchies and kick it with us. We're gonna talk about some good shit next time. We enjoyed you. Shout out to everybody in Mysticalilluminations. Shout out to Clear Sight Consulting. Shout out to the Peace Dealer. Shout out to Esco. You know how we do. Until next time, thank you guys. Bye.